Excel 2016 Module 7, pages 450 through 452. This is the last video for this tutorial. Alright, on page 450, read about saving a workbook with macros. Now, I kind of talked to you a little bit about this before, and in this video, I'm not going to be able to do this with you exactly the same way because as I'm making these videos, I am saving my files. And I know how to save it. You know, I talked to you about that before, about making sure you save it as a macro enabled in that Save As dialog box. So mine is going to work a little bit differently than yours. If you have already saved this as a macro enabled workbook, you're set. You just reach up like I do, hit save, and you're done, okay? But if you haven't, what's going to happen when you hit the save icon is look at page 451. You're going to get this warning, okay? It's really important that you pay attention to this and read this so that you do not lose your macros. If you don't do this right, you can lose your macros. So look at the little warning box, figure 7-42 at the top of page 451. So when you hit save, it comes up and says, hey man, you're about to dump all your macros. So you hit no, okay? Then your Save As dialog box opens, okay? And in your Save As dialog box, you hit this down pointing arrow and you go to Macro, Excel Macro Enabled Workbook, and you hit it. That's all you have to do. And then you hit save, okay? And then after that, now that you've saved it as a macro enabled workbook, now you can reach up here and pop save and you can see I don't get any warning. It's just going to save it just like it always does. So super important that you do that step and that you make sure you're saving with that Excel macro enabled workbook. And we all have a bad habit when those warning dialog boxes come up not to read them. You need to make sure that you read that, okay? So close this file and then we're going to reopen it so you can see what happens. So go ahead and close it. All right, and let's go and open your Winter Activities with Macros workbook, okay? So when you go, hunt it down on your flash drive, and you double click it to open it, and when you do, you're going to get this warning, security warning. Macros have been disabled. Obviously, you want to enable content. You need to work with your macros, right? So all you have to do is go enable content, okay? Do you want to make this file a trusted document? Yes, I do, and I always click this. Do not ask me this again. Leave me alone. All right. Now, I told you that once you had these buttons in here, if they weren't quite the right size, that we could easily alter them. All right, so all you have to do, number one is we have to unprotect the sheet because you can't make any changes to it because it's protected, right? Review, unprotect. Now, you're going to right click it, okay? And we can go to Format Control if we want to, and you can go to the Size tab, and we could do the height and the width. And the reason you would do this is so that we would do it on both buttons so they were exactly the same size, okay? So again, you can go, if you want to, you can change your height and your width right here, or you can just use your sizing handles just like you always do and fix it that way, okay? And when your button, oh, that's not really that good. When your buttons are the right size and you're happy with them, all you have to do is reprotect the sheet, okay? So again, in order to alter the size of these buttons, you're going to unprotect the sheet, right-click the button, and then you can use your sizing handles or you can format control, whichever you want to do. All right, now the last thing you are supposed to do in this chapter is to remove the Developer tab. So on page 452, to remove the Developer tab from the ribbon, right-click any tab on the ribbon and then click Customize Ribbon. So you can come up here to any tab and right-click and go to Customize the Ribbon. Okay, look familiar? It's just a faster way of doing it rather than going File and Options, Customize Ribbon. Now, right here, see where it says Developer? Take out that checkbox and click OK. And it's gone. All right, go ahead, save your workbook, and you are now finished with this tutorial.